And good evening, everyone, and welcome to another Smith Family Store live podcast with yours truly, Dante Smith. Happy New Year's to everyone, of course. January 1st is always such an amazing time. So it's good that I hope everybody got out there and enjoyed themselves a little bit. If you're old like me, probably stayed inside a little bit. But I'm hoping that everybody at least enjoyed themselves, got them a little bit of food in them, and enjoyed a little bit of family as well, if possible, of course, right? So if you can, go ahead and hit that like button, that share button, and let everybody know that Smith Family Store is available and live for you now here. We are going to jump into, of course, something new that we are doing today. And it's something that I kind of thought of myself. It's a live audiobook podcast. So I will be narrating in audiobooks that I have available to me, of course, each and about every other day. And I'm going to have a little bit of fun with it. Of course, it's a live reading. So, of course, there are going to be some wonders and some funnies and things like that along throughout the process. But stay along for the journey, of course, as we do touch on a lot of important topics through all of these audiobooks and all of these ebooks and different books that we're going to be reviewing and going over. Just know that these are all extremely important topics that we are going to be touching on. So try to take hold of a little bit of the information as well as you do go through listening today. But, we're going to get started here today. Of course, let me go ahead and really quickly just pop on my Podbean family as well really fast. If you are on the Podbean live room, we do appreciate you for joining us. Of course, today is where we are touching on finding happiness through self-care. And that is the name of the book, of course. Let me just get this started for us here. All right, so we are good to go now. Join us as, of course, that we will uncover practical tips and heartfelt and nurturing heartfelt insights, and of course in order to nurture your mind and your body and of course your soul or your spirit, however you want to call it. Now, whether you're looking for ways to incorporate mindfulness into your daily routine or seeking advice on physical wellness, this particular book will truly help you and guide you in getting you started in that direction. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. And I do want to, of course, thank you all for joining me again here today. Give me 1 second. Sorry, this is going to be the first show for us here that I am actually going to post. So give me a moment here as we do build it as we fly. Let me just... All right, we're good. All right. So the name of the book here is, let me go ahead and share my screen really fast. Window. See, this is all new to me, of course. Boom. All right. So now you should be able to see happiness through self-care. This is going to be the book that we actually take on for the next few days as you join me in learning a little bit more, number one, about self-care, but also about the different tools that you can utilize in order to promote that body, mind, and spirit in a healthier fashion, right? That's what this book is all about. So we are going to have a good time as we go through the book step by step, of course. It is an audiobook. So I'm going to do my best to make sure that I am enunciating for you, of course. But other than that, I want you to sit back and just enjoy the time that we have here today. It's going to be about 30 minutes. So really just sit back, enjoy the time that we have, and let's go ahead. So I want to welcome all of you beautiful souls. Thank you so much for joining me. Let me see here. Boom, boom. All right. So let's go ahead and get into the reading here. I'm going to bring that down just a little bit here. All right. And good evening, beautiful, beautiful souls. And today is, of course, January 1st, 2025, the new year. So I want to thank all of you beautiful souls for taking on another challenge and joining me today here at Smith Family Store Live. Now, my name is Dante Smith, and I'm beyond excited to embark on this journey with you. Today marks the beginning of a new adventure for us here. We'll explore the world of books all together, finding inspiration, finding some wisdom, and joy in an average way. For our inaugural episode, we are focusing on the theme, incredibly important, which is finding happiness through self-care. Now, in our busy lives, it's easy to overlook the importance of taking care of ourselves. But self-care is the foundation of true happiness and well-being. Now, throughout this episode, we'll delve into various practices that will nurture our minds, our bodies, and of course, our spirits. From mindfulness techniques to physical wellness tips, we'll uncover the secrets to living more fulfilled and joyful life. So whether you're tuning in from the comfort of your home or on the go, I invite you to just relax, grab your favorite cozy blanket, and maybe a warm cup of tea. And let's create a space where we can learn, grow, and find happiness together, one page at a time. I want to thank you so much for joining us here for this exciting journey. Let's go ahead and get this ball rolling here. Now, the name of the book and the title is, again, Happiness Through Self-Care. Table of contents as follows. As follows. Introduction. Life would be much easier if you loved yourself. Too many people live with low self-esteem. Too many others simply indifferent towards themselves. When was the last time your mom asked if you were looking after yourself? Can you honestly say that you are? Too often, we place too much pressure on ourselves, or we expect too much of ourselves. We are constantly working hard toward our goals, and we beat ourselves up if we are anything other than perfect in that pursuit. Is it any surprise we are often overtired, malnourished, and depressed? What a difference it would make if you spend time looking after yourself. If you surrounded yourself with friends who loved you, if you gave yourself a break every now and then, and if you told yourself you were doing great. What if you really loved who you were, and you were satisfied with what you had? Simple. You'd be content. You'd be healthier, happier, and more fulfilled. And that feeling would emanate from you and affect everyone you interacted with. How do you get from here to there? In this book, we will see this requires a two-pronged approach. We need to change our thinking and the way we consider ourselves. And we also need to change the way we look after ourselves. What we eat, how we spend our time, and how we control our environment. I liken this look after yourself the way a mother might look after her child. That means not only taking care of yourself physically by grooming, feeding, and making sure that everything else is done right, but also taking the time and taking care of yourself emotionally. When you're down, a good mother will tell you not to worry and that you're great. And if we treated ourselves like this and internalized that kind of affection, the world would be an easier, kinder place. Each chapter in this book will tackle one of these aspects, and by the end, we'll have a blueprint of self-care that will nourish our health and our souls. We'll be right back with Chapter 1 from Smith Family Store Live, and yours truly, Dante Smith. Welcome to MatchingDonors.com, where miracles happen every day. Since our launch in 2004, we've been a beacon of hope for over 10,000 registered patients needing organ transplants. We've connected these with over 15,000 registered living altruistic organ donors willing to donate an organ. Many of our patients receive their life-saving transplants within 6 months of registering on our website. Now that's a stark contrast to the 7 to 9 year wait on the government's transplant list. We're proud to be the most successful nonprofit funding living altruistic organ donors for people needing kidney and other organ transplants. With over 1.5 million hits a month, we are making a difference one match at a time. In 2004, we made history as the first organization in the world to facilitate an organ transplant through the internet. And now we are home to the world's largest database of altruistic donors for our kidney exchange program. With 4,452 potential donors ready to participate in an incompatible paired kidney exchange, we're revolutionizing the way organ transplants happen. MatchingDonors.com, where miracles happen every day. Join us in our mission to save lives. Visit MatchingDonors.com and today be a part of the miracle. And we are back with more Smith Family Store Live with yours truly, Dante Smith. And we're back here, of course, and we are going to step into, of course, Chapter 1 of our book, Happiness Through Self-Care. Again, thank you so much for joining us for our new series, Live Audiobooks. I know it's a new thing, and I'm hoping we can enjoy it together. Hopefully we can start getting a little bit of traction here. But right now, let's go ahead and jump into Chapter 1, Self-Care, using CBT and mindfulness. First, we start by changing the way we talk to ourselves. And this begins with mindfulness and CBT. CBT, or cognitive behavioral therapy, is the current favorite in clinical psychology and is going to be one of the most important tools in this book for transforming the way we view ourselves. Once every counselor you went to was using psychodynamic principles to treat their patients. Today, they are all using CBT, or an integrative approach. While it's probably only a matter of time before a new school comes along and knocks CBT off the top spot, it still represents a powerful tool that the NHS in the UK and many others have used to quickly and cheaply improve the lives of millions of patients. Mm, Sorry about that. That is so annoying when I'm trying to do something. So I apologize about that. Okay, anyway. Sorry. The quickly and cheaply parts are also crucial, as they mean that anyone can apply principles and see immediate feedback, or excuse me, immediate benefit. Improving their self esteem with no need to spend tons of money and time on counseling. Obviously, if your symptoms persist, you should seek professional help. But until then, you can try some DIY to see if CBT is what you need to improve your self concept. Now, a brief history and explanation. Essentially, CBT is composed of two concepts: behaviorism and cognitive psychology. As the name might suggest, behaviorism is the old school of thought that states how we learn to associate an event with an outcome to such a degree that we can begin treating the event as the outcome. For example, in Pavlov's famous experiment using dogs, he taught his canine subjects to salivate at the sound of the bell by getting them used to hearing the bell while they ate. This applies to your self esteem in that you can end up having physical reactions to conditions where where you have put under pressure. For example, you might find that in social situations, you find yourself trembling, of sweating, or through your perception, you've learned to associate them with leading to embarrassment or humiliation. Alternatively, you might find yourself feeling depressed or lethargic when you are attempting something new, if you failed several times in the past. Here, the bad outcomes act as reinforcement, instructing you that your ambitions are doomed to failure. This is a learning mechanism that were evolved, which normally helps us to avoid making mistakes and which is generally adaptive in most situations. In modern society, however, are times when misplaced it's misplaced and can be psychologically damaging. Behavioral therapy to cure such associations involves reassociation. This means teaching yourself to learn that putting yourself out on the limb can lead to positive outcomes too. You might achieve this by going to lots of social settings that you know you'll enjoy, or by trying lots of new things that you think you'll be good at. You should also make sure you surround yourself with positive people who will compliment and encourage you rather than put you down. This way, you will also be getting constant reinforcement that you're a worthwhile and capable person. Since behaviorism, though, psychology has moved on realizing that there is a conscious aspect in many of our problems. This is the crucial contribution that CBT makes by introducing a cognitive aspect to our brain and to our anxieties. In the case of problems like low self esteem, The cognitive aspect could be negative. The cognitive aspect could be negative rumination, where you think about how everything will go wrong. Negative self-talk, or talking yourself out of doing things. In the next chapter, we'll look at how you can use this important added component in order to silence the inner critic for greater peace and happiness. We'll be right back with more Smith Family Store Live, and yours truly, Dante Smith, as we step into our live audio book session. We'll be right back with more Smith Family Store Live. Oh my goodness. And of course, we're having a little technical issues here, so I apologize about that. And here we go.
In the face of adversity, Americans come together to help our neighbors, friends, and families. But with challenges becoming more frequent, it's crucial to be prepared. That's where American Family Safety steps in. A family-owned company committed to safeguarding families across America. With our preparedness and survival kits, you can be ready for any adverse situation. From hurricanes,
this is a great test.
forest fires,
Great
to
test.
tornadoes, mudslides, and even the threat of terror or nuclear attack. They've got you.